Okay, imagine this. You step into a place where you see French street names, like Rue Souffrant, guiding you past these really vibrant colonial villas.
Hmm.
But then you turn a corner, and bam, there's an ancient Dravidian temple, covered in intricate carvings.
Right, that contrast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And picture the morning. You've got the smell of fresh baguettes from a little cafe mixing with the spices of, say, a chetnad curry getting ready for lunch.
Yeah, croissant for breakfast, maybe something fiery later.
Precisely.
Hmm.
So today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of place, a destination that honestly really lives up to its nickname, the French Riviera of the East. We're talking about Puducherry, India.
And what's so compelling, I think, about Puducherry is that it's way more than just, a pretty name or a nice coastline. It's this living, breathing tapestry where French heritage, really ancient Tamil culture, and this unique kind of global spirituality, they don't just sit side by side, they actually intertwine.
They weave together.
Yeah, beautifully. It creates this kind of cultural immersion that, honestly, you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find anywhere else.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive, then, is to pull out the most, let's say, surprising and vital facts about Puducherry from our sources.
Right.
We want to help you uncover those real aha moments that show its distinct identity. We'll dig into its fascinating history, that fusion culture, some really unique spots, and, yeah, even its natural beauty.
So you'll get why it's not just another dot on the map.
Exactly. So to really get Puducherry today, we kind of have to go back, nearly 3 centuries, to when it became a French colonial outpost.
Yeah, that nearly 300-year French rule is, it's a massive chapter. It really shaped its destiny.
It seems quite recent, too, in the grand scheme of Indian history. It only officially became part of India in 1954.
That's right. And even then, the integration wasn't formally ratified until 1962. So yeah, relatively recent.
Wow.
And this long French presence, as our sources point out, it created this very specific path. And one really fascinating result of this is the dual citizenship option.
Ah, I read about that.
Yeah, so residents born before that 62 ratification could actually choose French citizenship. And many did.
So it's not just history books. People today might have French passports.
Exactly. It's not just a footnote. You'll find families there today holding French passports. It's this direct, living link to that colonial past.
That's incredible, like a living family history, right? Spanning generations. But what does that actually mean practically? Holding 2 passports?
Yeah.
Does it create a sort of unique identity?
It absolutely does. The sources suggest it really fosters a dual identity for many. They're kind of straddling both Indian and French cultures.
Okay.
Practically, well, it could mean access to opportunities in both places, maybe a broader perspective, but also perhaps this unique sense of belonging, or maybe not quite fully belonging to either.
Yeah.
It's a very personal legacy of that political decision, yeah. Creating this group with real international ties.
That is a fascinating layer. And interestingly, this fragmentation, it isn't just about people or citizenship. It's literally on the map, right?
Yeah, that's another surprising bit. Puducherry isn't one single piece of land.
Right, it's broken up.
It is. You've got 4 separate districts. There's Puducherry town and Karakal, both basically surrounded by Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
Then you have Maha, way over in Kerala.
On the other coast.
Yeah. And Yanam, which is up in Andhra Pradesh.
So for listeners maybe not familiar, what exactly is a union territory in India? And how does that work when the districts are spread across different states like that?
Good question. So a union territory, unlike a state, it's governed directly by India's central government. It doesn't have its own state government in the same way.
Okay, direct federal control.
Pretty much. And this status, especially for a fragmented place like Puducherry, adds another layer of complexity. Our sources show this geographical split isn't just a quirky fact. No, it really reflects how colonial holdings were often fragmented. And it means each district, while under the Puducherry administration, it still has a distinct cultural flavor from the state it's physically located in.
Ah.
So it creates this really diverse administrative and cultural landscape for you to explore. You can travel between districts in the same union territory and feel subtle differences: language, food, customs.
So it's like these little cultural pockets all under one administrative roof.
That
must be a challenge to manage, I imagine.
definitely keeps things interesting administratively.
Oh, okay. Well, the French connection is obviously huge. Puducherry's story goes back much, much further, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Way beyond the colonial era.
Hmm.
The sources really highlight the archaeological site of Ericamedu.
Ericamedu, right near the modern town.
Exactly. And this site, it reveals these ancient connections to global trade that might really surprise you.
How so?
Well, what's really insightful is that Ericamedu wasn't just some local trading post. It was evidence of a really interconnected ancient world.
Okay.
Sources point to it being a significant Roman trading port. They've found relics there dating back as early as the 2nd century BCE.
Wow. 2nd century BCE. Roman?
Yeah, imagine Roman amphorae, wine jars being traded for Indian spices and textiles. It shows this level of global commerce long before we usually think about it, like before the Silk Road really dominated.
Puducherry, or that area, was plugged into the Roman Empire trade routes.
Absolutely, a key player. Connecting the subcontinent with Rome, it just adds this incredible deep layer to its already rich past.
From ancient Rome to French rule. It's always been a crossroads, hasn't it?
Seems that way.
So how does all this history, this incredible mix, actually show up today? In daily life, the sights, the sounds.
Oh, it's everywhere. I mean, you walk through certain parts of town, especially the area called White Town.
The French Quarter.
Right, the French Quarter.
Yeah.
You immediately notice those strong French cultural marks, like you said, strolling down streets named Rue Romain Rolland or Rue Supine.
Yeah, the signs themselves.
Exactly, they're still prominent. It gives the area this distinct European feel, which is such a contrast to the, surrounding Indian landscape.
And it's not just the street names, is it? French is still spoken.
It is by many residents, and it's still an official language, right alongside Tamil and English. Makes for a really unique linguistic environment.
And that Bastille Day celebration you mentioned earlier.
Ah, yes. July 14th. That's maybe one of the most charming examples of this enduring connection. Puducherry celebrates it with parades, events. It really symbolizes this warm, ongoing French-Indian camaraderie.
It's not just history, it's active.
It feels active, yeah, and an affirmation of this shared, blended identity.
And this preservation shows up in the buildings, too, the architecture. It raises that question, how does a town keep such different styles side by side? What does that tell us?
Well, our sources really highlight this blend. In White Town, you see these beautiful French villas,
Yeah.
grand facades, pastel colors, often draped in bougainvillea.
Very picturesque.
Totally. And then, literally next door, you can find traditional, colorful Tamil courtyard houses, each with its own unique look.
So it's not like they merged into one style.
Not really. It's more like a coexistence. Both styles get to shine, which makes the streets visually so rich. It feels like a conscious effort, to preserve both legacies, acknowledging the whole heritage.
It really is like a living museum.
Hmm.
But what does that preservation effort suggest about how people there see themselves? More French, more Tamil, or something else?
That's a great point. The sources suggest it's pretty nuanced. For many, it seems to be this unique blend, a sense of belonging to a culture that pulls from both.
Interesting.
It suggests a pride in that distinctive heritage, valuing the layers rather than trying to erase one part. It's sort of a testament to the idea that cultural fusion can enrich, not just dilute.
That's a powerful idea. And okay, let's talk about food, because this fusion sounds delicious.
Oh, the food. It's a truly unique culinary scene. I mean, where else can you easily grab a classic baguette sandwich for breakfast?
From a proper French-style bakery, presumably.
Yeah. And then for lunch, dive into a fiery, spicy chetnod curry from a local place. It's that kind of delightful culinary whiplash that really defines it.
A journey for your palate matching the cultural journey.
Exactly. And this mix extends to some fun quirks, too.
Like what?
Well, for instance, until pretty recently, maybe the late 20th century, the police officers in Puducherry wore French-style caps. Kippies.
No way, kepis.
Yeah, it's a small detail, but it says a lot about how deep that French influence went into everyday stuff, not just grand buildings.
That's amazing.
And then there's the more practical, let's call it a quirky fact for visitors.
Oh.
Alcohol is significantly cheaper there than in neighboring states because of lower taxes.
The tax haven effect.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
which, makes it a really popular weekend getaway spot for people looking for a lively escape and maybe that relaxed sort of European-ish vibe.
I can definitely see the appeal for a weekend trip. Okay, now moving beyond the colonial streets and the ancient trade, Puducherry also has this powerful spiritual dimension, doesn't it? It attracts people from all over the world.
It really does. And one of the most famous examples, of course, is Oroville, often called the universal city.
Right, Oroville, it's not just a town, is it? It's more like an experiment.
Exactly, an experimental township. People from, I think, over 50 nationalities live there together, and its founding principles are pretty radical.
How so?
Well, they strive to be a place without religion, politics, or money-based ownership. It's this huge social experiment in human unity, trying to build a society based on shared consciousness and sustainable living.
Wow. No religion, politics, or money-based ownership. That sounds incredibly idealistic, almost utopian. What do the sources say about, well, the reality?
Yeah.
The challenges?
Oh, it is idealistic, definitely. And the sources do acknowledge the challenges. I mean, striving for those ideals is one thing, but the practicalities of a growing community, they have to navigate complex realities.
Like finances, interacting with India.
Exactly. Financial structures, local governance, the Indian legal system. But, the fact that it's endured since 1968 and still attracts people dedicated to that vision, it does speak to a certain success in fostering this unique community.
A testament to that quest for a different way of living.
I think so.
And at the heart of Oroville, physically and spiritually, is that incredible golden sphere.
The Matrimandir.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a temple in the usual sense. It's this huge spherical structure covered in golden discs that just glow, especially at sunrise and sunset.
What's inside?
Inside, it's all about quiet contemplation. There's a silent, completely unadorned inner chamber designed for individual meditation. It's lit by a single ray of sunlight channeled down through a crystal globe.
Amazing.
It's a powerful symbol of inner peace for Oroville, considered the soul of the city. Embodies that aspiration for a universal spiritual practice.
And besides Oroville, there's also the Sri Aurobindo Ashram, right?
Yes, another major global spiritual hub in Puducherry itself. It attracts seekers, philosophers, people from all over who come to study and practice the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother.
So it adds another layer to Puducherry's reputation as this place for spiritual exploration.
Definitely. A haven for those looking to integrate spirituality into daily life.
Okay, so we've got history, culture, spirituality. Let's shift focus a bit to Puducherry's natural side. Some of the less trodden paths, maybe?
Sure. Well, first up, there's Puducherry Lake, also called Osudu Lake.
Puducherry Lake.
Yeah, the sources describe it as a really important wetland, nationally important actually, and a true birdwatcher's paradise.
Also birds.
Tons. Home to some stunning rare migratory birds, golden orioles, painted storks, that kind of thing.
Right.
And it's more than just birds. It's a vital ecosystem. It's actually a designated Ramsar site.
Which means
It means it's recognized internationally for its ecological importance. It's a key water source, a biodiversity hotspot. So for you, the visitor, it's not just beautiful, it's a chance to see conservation in action, appreciate that balance of nature near the coast.
right. And being coastal, Puducherry must have beaches.
Yeah.
Any standouts beyond the main town promenade?
Oh, yeah. Paradise Beach, for example, also known as Chunambar. What's special is you can only get there by boat.
So it's quieter?
Much quieter, usually cleaner, too. A proper escape. Then there's Serenity Beach.
Aptly named.
Seems so. It's known as a peaceful spot. Good for surfing, apparently. You can even get lessons there.
Okay, surfing in Puducherry. Cool.
And for maybe a more authentic local feel, there's Virampatnam Beach.
You have Patna.
It's more of a traditional fishing village beach, fewer crowds. And it has this unique temple chariot festival.
Ooh, what's that?
They take the temple deities out in these huge, elaborately decorated chariots, and devotees pull them through the village. It's a real glimpse into local traditions, very different vibe from the French Quarter. Connects you right to the Tamil roots.
That sounds incredible, a real cultural experience. And, beyond these bigger sites, the sources also hint at these layers, continuing in quieter spots. Hidden gems, maybe?
Absolutely. It goes deep. For instance, there's the Église de Notre-Dame des Anges. It's a French church, but it's beautiful pastel-colored design. It was inspired by a basilica in Lourdes, France.
Wow, a direct link.
A very tangible link, yeah, right there on Indian soil. And tied to that French artistic legacy, there's the Cluny Embroidery Center.
Embroidery.
Yeah, run by nuns in an old colonial bungalow. Local women create this exquisite French hand embroidery. It's a living craft, keeping this delicate art form alive, blending colonial influence with local skill.
That's beautiful. Faith and artistry connecting. And then you pivot, and you find the ancient Tamil heart beating just as strongly, right?
Exactly, like the Manakula Vinayagar Temple. It's famous for its temple elephant Lakshmi.
An elephant?
Yeah, who apparently blisses visitors. A really memorable, tangible connection to local devotion and ancient traditions.
I bet.
And then for a deep dive into that Dravidian heritage, there's the Varadaraja Perumal Temple in the Tamil Quarter. It's like 600 years old.
600 years.
Yeah, showcasing that magnificent Dravidian architecture.
Yeah.
You know, the towering bupurams or gatehouses, intricate carvings, bright colors. It's such a striking yet somehow harmonious contrast to the French colonial buildings maybe just blocks away.
It really shows how deep those ancient Indian traditions run, right alongside everything else.
Absolutely. They're woven right into the urban fabric.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean? We've seen Puducherry as this microcosm, really, a living blend of French heritage, deep Tamil tradition, that global spirituality, coastal beauty.
It really defies easy labels, doesn't it?
Completely. It keeps revealing new layers.
Yeah. So hopefully you now have a deeper sense of why this place isn't just another stop on a tourist trail. It's this incredibly rich tapestry of history, culture, offering those aha moments, like you said, at pretty much every turn.
Yeah.
It's really a testament to how different worlds didn't just collide, but actually managed to create something new, something beautiful, and yeah, profoundly complex.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. In a world that's often, struggling with difference, maybe Puducherry offers a quiet kind of lesson. It's this vibrant proof that diverse cultures, languages, spiritual paths, they can not only coexist, but actually thrive and weave together into something entirely new and captivating. It makes you wonder what other places out there might have similar, maybe lesser-known cultural fusions, just waiting for a deep dive.
That's a great question.
And maybe think about how living in such a unique fusion must shape the daily lives, the very identity of the people there. How do they navigate that rich, layered tapestry every single day, blending their past with their present in everything they do?